Welcome back to the Garza Gaming Channel. Today we're going to talk about the new bonus update for 9.8. I think some of you Landslide players are about to get your boohoo on, but hey man, without any further ado, let's get into it. So here we go with the post 9.8 bonus update that's going live September 6th, right? So there's a little, not too much that went into this update, but there are some nerfs I think that's going to really anger a few Lancelot players for sure. But we're going to get those few skins that we saw in that stream they did. But get into the first item. Now, what's going to be is the Manicore Spike, right? So with the Manicore Spike, what they're end up doing is decreasing the magical protections from 40 to 35 and the physical protections from 40 to 35. Additionally, they're going to be removing 50 health from this item, going from 350 health to 300 health. All right, so here we go with the first god nerf, and that's going to be Landslide. We knew this was coming, dude. Landslide is so strong in Arena, so I can't even imagine how he is in Conquest. Now, keep in mind that all the changes that are being implemented for this update is because of Conquest, right? Arena just is getting the ripple effects of this. You know that we're the bottom on the totem pole when it comes to changes and nerfs, right? Or buffs. But the first thing they're going to change is the piercing thrust. So they decrease the base damage from 50, 90, 130, 170, 110. And then they just decrease it by 10 across the board pretty much. So late game, you're going from 210 to 200. Skilled strikes, both for the shield damage and the lance damage, they decrease both of those also by 10 across the board. So you're going to be doing 10 less damage from level 1 all the way to max level. I think that Lancelot is going to feel this, man, because doing that big of a decrease in damage on 2 of his abilities, I think you're probably going to feel that a little bit. Now, Cupid, this one was one that's actually surprised me because I think they just buffed him not too long ago, so it looks like they're doing a revert on him for some reason. But for Cupid, what they're doing is for his heart bomb to decrease the damage done to minions, right, from 60% back down to 55% on both initial hit and the explosion of his heart bomb. So it's going to slow him down in the way of clearing lanes, right? Minion lanes. And then also for his Field of Love or his alt, they decrease the base damage from 220, 300, 380, 460, 540. And it looks like they just pretty much decreased everything across the board by 20 damage. So he's going to be doing 20 base damage less with his alt. I kind of wish they didn't mess with Cupid, man, because Cupid, I think he's right there at the teety tartar where his it's just bad enough. He only has 2 abilities to actually do damage with his heart bomb and his alt, right? Because he has his little dash that doesn't do no damage, and then he has his healing hearts. So yeah, I wish they wouldn't mess with Cupid too much, but it is what it is. As we all know, most people that play Cupid play him as more or less a basic attack type god anyway. So I mean, whatever. Nemesis, this was actually a little surprise for me too. The slicing dice, they increased the cooldown by 1 second, which I don't think you're going to feel much. But the Divine Judgment, her ult, this is interesting. They decreased the damage from 22.5, 25, 27.5, and 30% to 15. So a decrease by 5 at level 1, which is huge. 17.5, 20, 22.5, and 25 late game of current hit points. So that's pretty huge. 5% decrease late game and early game is pretty big, man. Actually, it looks like it's 5% across the board. That's 5% is a good amount. Now a set. Now, this one was another one that surprised me because I think they just nerfed her not too long ago. Now they're nerfing her again. So I guess she's pretty strong in some of the other modes, probably Conquest, right? But her Dispel Magic, to decrease the shield health from 50, 105, 160, 215, and 270 to 50. So level 1 stays the same. 100, 150, 200, and then 250, losing 20 shield health at late game. Now they decrease the bonus shield amount per enemy hit from 40/80% to 30/60%. So you're losing 20%. That's a pretty kick in the crotch right there. That's a pretty impressive cut. 20%. That's huge, dude. Let's see what we have. Her circle of protection to decrease the max charge damage and healing from 2.5, 2.75, 3, 3.25, and 3.5 to 2, 2.25, 2.5, 2.75, and 3. So late game, you're losing half. Yeah, that's a half a multiplier. That's pretty sucky. But here's the one that really surprised me, right? Because AMC, dude, they just nerfed AMC. I think about two updates ago. They ended up increasing the cooldown on his stinger. But now they're taking, I guess, one step forward. I guess they still feel that he's a little too strong. So they're taking one step forward, and what they end up doing is they're going to end up nerfing his swarm, right? This is one of his main abilities that does ridiculous damage, especially if people don't kill those freaking beehives, right? When you can combo this with some of his other attacks. But the swarm decrease base damage from 60, 110, 160, 210, and 260 to 60. So level 1 stays the same, 105, 150, 195, and 240. So you're losing 20 damage late game, 20 base damage late game, which is pretty big, man. And they also decrease the power scaling by 5%. 5% doesn't sound like much, but 5% could be the difference between getting that kill, that person getting away with that 1 health, right? So yeah, I'm kind of saddened to see that they actually finally went back and touched AMC. Now, this one really sucks. His stinger. He is one of the weakest freaking alts in the game, so I don't even know why they keep nerfing his stinger. But for his stinger, what they ended up doing is decreasing the power scaling by 10%. And I'm telling you, decreasing this stinger power by 10% is a huge nerf, dude. It's just nerf. But you know what? Is this going to keep people from playing AMC? Heck no, dude. AMC is a freaking bull in arena. As you see me play him, I can play him pretty decently myself because his kit is just so versatile. And if you build him right, man, he just does redonkulous damage, especially late game, right? But yeah, that's pretty much everything there was for this new update coming out September 6th, right? So keep looking out for that. And again, don't forget, man, we're now streaming on YouTube every Tuesday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, or Thursday. We can't make it that Tuesday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And if you're new to your channel, don't forget we put out videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm Dark Garza, your OG on the GC. See you next time.